Hello everyone, welcome to my lecture series. Hope all of you are well. Please stay safe, stay at home as much as possible. Let me introduce myself. Myself Rinki Bhoumik, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, JIS College of Engineering. This is the paper name Physics 1 and paper code PH101. 3 credits. There will be 3 lectures per week. Total 36 number of lectures will be there. Prerequisite knowledge of physics up to 12th standard. This is the course objective. Here the aim of this course in physics is to provide adequate exposure and develop insight about the basic physics. By this physics 1 you can get to know about the basic physics which will help you to understand about the application of physics, and also the basic principles of physics would help engineers to understand the tools and techniques used in the industry. So without understanding the physics, it will be difficult to understand in future the core subject. So that's why this basic physics will build the basic base of physics. This is the course outcome of Physics 1, page 101.1, and here page 101.2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 course outcomes are there. First one is, I am telling in a short, de Broglie hypothesis, Heisenberg uncertainty principle, velocity resonance characteristics of laser light. In the second outcome, explanation of basic principle and different types of laser and optical fiber, Miller indices, theory of matter wave equation of motion, apply the knowledge of mechanical vibration in electrical circuits. Last day we had started Bragg's law. Now what is the statement that we know? Now today we are going to prove the Bragg's equation. This is one plane, this is another plane. Now this is the distance between them, which is d. Now if there is one atom and this is another atom, then one ray incident on this plane, then it reflected back to another. So these are two parallel planes. Okay. Now for these two parallel planes, we give the name of these two rays ABC, P, Q and R. Now this is the perpendicular to it. This is the angle. If this is total 90 degree, then this is theta, and this is 90 degree minus theta. Now if this is theta, if we draw the perpendicular, then by the geometry we can prove that this is also theta. Now if this is reflected angle, if this is the perpendicular, then this is also theta. So thus we can say this is the incident angle theta, this is the reflected angle theta. This is D. Now you give some name M and N. Now if I ask you what is the path difference between ABC and PQR, then what you have to say? Now let me explain. Up to this, as you can see, up to this, they are traveling the same path. Again, from these 2 points, they are traveling the same path. Okay, this is the procedure to find out the extra path. Therefore, the extra path is MQN. Path difference is equal to MQ and N. This is the path difference. Now, MQ into N. This one we can write it as equal to MQ plus QN. Now, from the triangle M or BMQ, what we can write as sin theta is equal to MQ by D, and also from BNQ, what we can write as sin theta equal to NQ by small d. So these are two expressions of the sin theta from this figure, because in this figure, as you can see, that this is a right angle triangle, so we can apply the laws of the right angle triangle. So therefore, MQ will be equal to base by perpendicular, base by hypotenuse. So therefore, MQ by D and sin theta equal to NQ by D. Now, from this expression, we can write MQ equal to D sin theta, and here NQ equal to D sin theta. So therefore, MQN can be written as D sin theta plus D sin theta is equal to 2D sin theta. So this is the expression of the total path difference. Now, if this total path difference is equal to the multiple integer of the wavelength. Now, multiple integer means lambda, 2 lambda, 3 lambda, 4 lambda and so on. So therefore, if 2D sin theta is equal to n lambda, then only constructive interference occurs. Now, what is constructive interference and what is destructive interference, we discussed in our previous classes in mean optics class. So if you go there, you can find what is constructive and destructive interference. So this is the expression of the Bragg's law, and this is the statement that when two rays incident, means if we go to the figure, then when two rays incident on two atoms and then scattering happens here, then if the path difference between these two reflected waves, if the path difference between them is equal to 2D sin theta is equal to multiple integral of the wavelength, then constructive interference occurs. So this is called Bragg's law. Now let's do some numericals. The first numerical, you all of you write down. Chromium has BCC structure. Its atomic radius is 0.1249 nanometer. Calculate the free volume of the unit cell. So this is the question. Chromium has BCC structure. Its atomic radius is 0.1249. That means smaller equal to 0.1249. That is given. It has BCC structure. Then you have to calculate the free space or free volume. So free space, free volume to calculate, we have to calculate. That means we have to find out free volume. Equal to what? Now for BCC structure, the formula is A equal to 4R by root 3. So it will be equal to 4 by root 3 into R means 0.1249. Now if you put these values in calculator, the answer will be nothing but 0.28845 nanometer. This is the value of the lattice constant A. Now what is the volume of the unit cell? Volume of unit cell. Volume of the unit cell is obviously A cube because this is cubic unit cell. So therefore what we can write A cube because side cube is the formula of the volume of the cubic unit cell. Now it will be equal to 0.28845 whole cube. Equal to 0.024 nanometer cube. Now for BCC structure, the number of atoms is n equal to 2. Now what is the volume of the atom? V equal to 4/3 pi R cube into 2. Now the value of the R we know 0.1249. So if we put it over here, then finally we can get 4/3 pi R means 0.1249 whole cube into 2. So if you put it in calculator, then the answer you will get as 0.01633 nanometer cube. Therefore, the free volume is equal to, the free volume is 0.024 minus 0.01633. So if you do the subtraction, you can get as 0.00767 nanometer cube. So this is the answer of the free volume. So what we have done, let's recapitulate first. R is given, that is atomic radius. Now A equal to 4R by root 3, that is lattice constant. Therefore volume of the unit cell A cube, that is the value of the volume. Then n equal to 2, therefore V equal to 4/3 pi R cube into 2. Now free volume equal to, if this volume is the total volume, okay, and this volume is occupied by 2 number of atoms, then obviously if we do the subtraction, then this will be the free volume. This will be the answer. Our next question is, lithium crystallizes BCC structure. Lithium crystallizes in BCC structure. Now, calculate the lattice constant given that the atomic weight and density for lithium are 6.94 and 530 kg per meter cube. So this one is the numerical. Okay, lithium crystallizes in BCC structure and calculate the lattice constant. Now the formula of lattice constant is, let me tell you the lattice constant, A equal to small n capital M divided by rho Na whole to the power 1 by 3. Now what is small a? Number of atoms. What is capital M? Mass. What is rho? Density. What is capital Na? Avogadro number. So this is the lattice constant expression, small n capital M by rho Na whole to the power 1/3. Now we have to put the values one by one. Capital M equal to 6.94. This is atomic mass. Okay, atomic mass. Now 6.94 m, the value is given here. Next is rho equal to 530 kg per meter cube. We have to find A equal to what? So therefore A cube equal to small n means 2, capital M means 6.94 divided by rho means 530 into Na means 6.02 into 10 to the power 26. Now instead of 26 here can be 23 also if it is in CGS. Now you see here all the values are given in SI. Okay. Now in SI the value of the Avogadro number is 2 in 6.023 into 10 to the power 26. N equal to 2, that is number of atom. Capital M equals to atomic mass and rho is the density. So the value is given here. If you go to the question, that is given here, that is atomic weight is capital M and also the density rho equal to 530 kg per meter cube. The lattice constant equal to what? So now A cube equal to obviously small n capital M by rho Na whole to the power 1/3. So if you put the values in calculator, the answer will be 43 5.50 into 10 to the power minus 30. Therefore, the answer of A will be to the power 1/3, that means 3.517 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. So if you convert it to angstrom, that means 3.517 angstrom. This is the answer of the lattice constant for this BCC structure. So you have to remember this formula. The proof is not in your syllabus, but you have to remember the formula. Today's last numerical, all of you must write down. The third numerical, iron. Iron crystallizes. In BCC structure. BCC means obviously body centered cubic crystal. So BCC structure. Calculate the lattice constant given that the atomic weight and density of iron are 55.85 and 7860 kg per meter cube. So this is the question where iron crystallizes in BCC structure. That means here we have to think about BCC. What is the formula of body centered cubic structure? And also what we have to calculate the lattice constant. Lattice constant means obviously A. And given the atomic weight, that means capital M, and density of iron, that is rho, is 7860 kg per meter cube. Now all these notations we have to first write. First is capital M. Capital M equal to atomic weight, that is 55.85. Now density rho equal to 7860. That is the density. Next is what is given here. Density is given, and also here small n. Small n equal to number of atoms. In BCC structure, therefore the number of atoms will be 2. Now we have to find small a equal to 1. I think now if you do the previous, or if you understand the previous one, then you can easily understand what you have to do here. Okay, the formula was A cube equal to small n capital M divided by rho into Na whole to the power 1/3. That is A. Okay. So if we put here small n equal to the number of atoms, that is 2. If we put the expression of the capital M, which is nothing but 55.85 divided by the expression, the value of the rho is 7860, and the value of the Avogadro constant is 6 into 10 to the power 26. This will be 10 to the power 26 because the unit of the density is 7860 kg per meter cube. Kg per meter cube, that is, it is in SI. So if you put the value over here and if you calculate it on your calculator, then the answer will be 2.87 into 10 to the power minus 10 meter. 10 to the power minus 10 meter. So this is the answer. Now, if you convert it in angstrom, then the answer will be nothing but 2.87 in angstrom. So in this numerical you don't have to think anything. You see, if you only put the values of the atomic mass, if you put the value of the density, and also if you put the value of the, means here you have to know the number of atoms is n equal to 2 for BCC, which we have calculated in my previous class, and also here you have to find out the lattice constant. Now the formula is A equal to small n capital N by rho Na. So if you put the value and you calculate, here it will be 2.13. So then the answer will be 2.87 angstrom. Now today if we do recapitulate, then first we started with this numerical where we had to calculate the free volume. To calculate the free volume, we first have to find out the volume of the unit cell, and then we have to find out the volume occupied by the atoms. Then if you do the subtraction, then you can get the free volume of the unit cell. Just like suppose if there is a basic room where if there is 30 number of students, then what we have to calculate? The volume of that room and also the volume of those students. Then if you do the subtraction, then we can get the unit cell. And on the next numerical, we had calculated the lattice constant. For that we have to remember that formula, don't have to rewrite. So this is for today. You must do the practice, and if you have any question, then please feel free to ask. So thank you for today.
Crystal lattice and unit cell. Three-dimensional cubic lattice. The three-dimensional arrangement of particles as points in space is called space lattice or crystal lattice. These are 14 different three-dimensional lattices are possible, which are called Bravais lattice. Bravais was a French mathematician. Unit cell parameters A, B, C are three edges, as alpha, beta, and gamma are the angles between them. Unit cell is the simple part of crystal lattice which repeats itself to generate a crystal. Unit cell. Types of unit cells. It is of two types, A, primitive, and B, centered. When the constituent particles are present only at the corners of the unit cell, then it is called primitive unit cell. When the constituent particles are present at other positions along with corners, then it is called centered unit cell. It's again of three types. 1. Body-centered. 2. Face-centered. 3. End-centered. 1. Body-centered. If the constituent particle is present at the body-centered along with corners, called body-centered unit cell. 2. Face-centered. If the constituent particles are present at the 6 face centers along with corners, called face-centered unit cell. 3. N-centered. If the constituent particles are present at the centers of any two opposite faces, along with corners, called N-centered unit cell. 7 crystal systems. Crystal systems. These are 230 crystal forms possible. These are classified into 32 classes on the basis of symmetry, which are further divided into 7 crystal systems depending on the crystallographic parameters A, B, C, and alpha, beta, gamma.